forces and we have looked at a point. और ये point किस position पर displace हो रहा है? We have used this P and P prime, and also we have seen the deformation in a neighborhood of a point. For example, this is point P, and what will be the deformation of point Q, which is in the neighborhood of point P under the application of applied loads. Now in this lecture we shall look at what is happening with the line elements. For example, there is a line joining PQ. So what will happen with the PQ if the forces are applied, right? It will obviously it will either elongate or shorten. So we shall see this in terms of extension of the line element, right? So let us see, let us consider a line element PQ within the body, okay, and that body is kept in our conventional Cartesian called X, Y, and Z, and we assume the coordinates of P are X, Y, Z, and Q are X plus delta X, comma Y plus delta Y, comma Z plus delta Z. That means we get जो इसकी length होगी, that is a function of delta X, delta Y, delta Z, or its length will actually square root of delta X square plus delta Y square plus delta Z square, or I can write delta S square as written here. Okay, let us say that this body is subjected to certain forces, and after application of these forces, the new position, it comes to new position as shown by the dotted line. Okay, and in this new position the P moves to point another point P prime, and the Q moves to another point Q prime. Okay, and let us say that we know the coordinates of P already, and the coordinates of P prime, I think we have taken this in last lecture also, that X plus Ux, Y plus Uy, and Z plus Uz. Okay, and if coordinates of point Q are also known to us, then one can evaluate the coordinates of point Q prime in terms of X plus Ux plus delta X prime, Y plus Uy plus delta Y prime, or Z plus Uz plus delta Z prime. Or one can write delta X prime is equal to delta X prime is equal to delta X plus delta Ux. Okay, so delta X prime is equal to delta X plus delta Ux, delta Y prime is equal to delta Y plus delta Uy, and delta Z prime is equal to delta Z plus delta Uz. We have written the expressions for delta Y, delta Z, delta Y, and delta X in our last lecture in terms of a displacement gradient matrix. Okay, so now we have to find out the change in length of this element. ठीक है, तो पहले जो लेंथ है वो let us say it is delta S, okay, without deformation. Initial length is delta S, so final length will be, let us say it is delta S prime. We are denoting the final position as prime, so delta S prime is equal to delta X prime will be a function of, यहाँ first line में दिखा रहे हैं हम कि delta S prime is a function of delta X prime, delta Y prime, delta Z prime. Obviously the difference between P prime and Q prime. Okay, so therefore delta S prime square will be equal to delta X plus delta Ux square plus delta Y plus directly we have to get the delta S prime minus delta S. Okay, change in length is nothing but delta S prime minus delta S. तो क्योंकि हमारे पास ये टर्म स्क्वायर्स में है, so we have taken the squares. Okay, so delta S square minus, it means let us say if this is equation 1 and this is equation 2, we are simply doing equation 2 minus equation 1. Okay, equation 2 minus equation 1. अगर हम यहाँ ध्यान से देखें तो we have one term that is delta Ux, और delta Ux की जो term थी, if I write here, do I kept, so delta Ux is equal to by displacement gradient term, it was equal to curl u x by curl x into delta x plus curl u y by curl y, sorry, curl u x by curl y into delta y plus curl u x by curl z into delta z. मैं इस पूरी डेरिवेशन को क्रॉस सोल्व नहीं कर रहा हूं. So this value of delta ux will be written here. Okay, same way we have the expressions for delta uy, delta uz. Okay, so these are the expressions which are written for delta ux, delta uy, delta uz. In expressions से हमें मिल जाएगा delta x prime, delta y prime, delta z prime. Okay, you can see here we need delta x, delta y, delta z, and we need delta x prime, delta y prime, delta z prime. And delta x prime is nothing but delta x plus delta ux, right? So you can understand that everything I can write in terms of delta x, delta y, delta z, and delta ux, delta uy, delta uz. You need to do a 1 or 2 step calculations to proceed to this. The results which we are getting. Right? So,
सर
yes.
सर अगर हमारी फाइनल लेंथ छोटी है पहले वाले लेंथ से तो अब हमारा डेल्टा यूएक्स डेल्टा यूवाई सब नेगेटिव हो जाएंगे ना.
Right. The only thing will be only and delta uy, delta uz will be negative. Okay, so that will not make any. So here, do we are using the word extension of a line element? It is applicable to elongation as well as compression, shortening. Right? So only thing the magnitude wise that will remain, and we have to take care of the sign if it is a shortening. So हम यहाँ पर डेल्टा x प्राइम, डेल्टा y प्राइम और डेल्टा z प्राइम की which will come out to be delta x prime will come out to be this, delta y prime will come out to be this, and delta come out to be this. Okay, so once you do this, you can simply write p dash q dash square. I'm skipping those steps and see to it that you obtain the equations, final equation which I am giving. So therefore, p dash q dash square minus pq square is equal to delta s prime square minus delta s square is equal to something like this. Okay. Now let us see this equation in the fresh slide. Okay. So we get this equation p by putting in the delta s, by substituting the value of delta x prime, delta y prime and delta z prime in the previous equation, we get actually not this equation, we get a one detailed equation. Okay, ये थोड़ा सा assumption के बाद हुआ है. We assume this because we will be having the terms of curl ux by curl x plus something, right? तो इस term को हमने exx मान लिया है, right? This term is exx and it is being substituted exx. Same way you have eyy, same way you have ezz. These are nothing but the detailed expressions of strains in x, y and z direction. तो जो पहली तीन equations हैं इसमें exx, eyy and ezz, these are nothing but the most general form of a strain. The most general form of a strain without any assumptions of small strain या small rotations. ठीक है? तो and other three are epsilon xy. These are the direct strains. These are the direct or normal strains. And other three are the exy, yz and exz are the shear strains. Okay, so one can express this quantity delta s square, delta s prime square minus delta s square is equal to twice of this expression. Okay. So one can one can relate. Actually में जो ये expressions हैं EXX, EYY, EZZ, ये as I told you these are the most general form of the strains. लेकिन क्या होता है कि practical applications में जैसे actually इसका physically मतलब क्या है, अगर हम ये चारों terms उठाएं पहली equation में से for example curl UX by curl X, that means change of UX with respect to X. ठीक है, यहां पर भी क्या है curl UX by curl X, curl UY by curl X, curl UZ by curl X. That means change of UY with respect to X and change of UZ with respect to X. लेकिन क्या होता है कि कोई भी ज्योमेट्री अगर कोई first of all these are square of the quantities. You will agree with me that this change is very small. तो अगर वो स्क्वायर हो रहा है उस चेंज का तो वो ऑटोमेटिकली उसको हम इग्नोर कर सकते हैं. तो हम एक assumption देते हैं कि assuming linear strains, linear as the word suggests, we are not considering the non-linear part, that is second degree terms. ठीक है, कोई भी second degree terms को हम या जो भी negligible terms होंगी उनको हम consider नहीं करेंगे. So that means we will ignore this, we will ignore this, we will ignore this, and we will keep only this epsilon xx. So epsilon xx will be equal to ex is nothing but epsilon xx, which is given by curl ux by curl x. Ey is nothing but epsilon yy, which is given by curl uy by curl y. Ez is nothing but epsilon z. You can see that I have put here the inequalities, not inequality, similar to. Okay, so that is approximated equal to epsilon z is equal to curl uz by curl z. So these are the definitions of normal strain in x, y, and z direction, assuming that the strains are linear, or you can say assuming that displacements are small and linear. ठीक है, यहां से हमने हायर ऑर्डर टर्म हटा दी है. सेम वे अगर हम ये देखें epsilon sorry shear terms, so epsilon xy, if you leave this term first order, this is also first order, ये क्या है, दो small quantities का multiplication है, so again we can ignore them. This is also multiplication of two small quantities, so we can ignore them, ठीक है. So this is termed as shear strain, that is EXY will be termed as gamma XY, which is given by curl UX by curl Y plus curl UY by curl X. Epsilon YZ is curl UY by curl Z plus curl UZ by curl Y, and epsilon EXZ is equal to curl UX by curl Z plus curl UZ by curl X. You need not remember this whole equation. ठीक है, ये
सर.
yes
सर,
yes
सर ये shear strain में हमने ये combination ignore क्यों किया है?
okay, क्योंकि you agree that curl UX by curl X is a small quantity.
Yes sir.
कोई भी दो small quantity का multiplication होगा, so that will be a order of 10 to the, for example let us say the strain is 0.01. ठीक है, तो 0.01 multiplied by 0.01 तो वो 0.0 10 to the power minus 4 हो जाएगा, means that can be actually ignored. ये जो you can see the detailed expression, these are called von Karman strain, sorry Green-Lagrange strain. आपको बिल्कुल भी याद रखने की जरूरत नहीं है इसको. बट अगर आप कभी फॉर एग्जांपल इफ यू वांट टू गो इन टुवर्ड्स द रिसर्च और आप ये देखना चाहते हैं कि कोई भी सॉफ्टवेयर जो है नॉन लीनियर स्ट्रेन्स को आसानी से टैकल नहीं करता है, ओके, तो जब भी एनालिसिस करते हैं तो वो एक्चुअल में ये वाली इक्वेशंस को लेकर के एनालिसिस करता है, राइट, व्हिच वी हैव रिटन इन द रेड बॉक्सेस. और आपके करिकुलम में भी अभी तक हम सिर्फ लीनियर पर टिके हुए हैं, ओके, एंड दीज आर अंडर द अजम्पशन ऑफ linear displacements as well as small displacements you can say. ठीक है, तो उसमें हम एप्सिलॉन xx, epsilon yy, epsilon zz will be taken as curl ux by curl x, curl uy by curl y, curl uz by curl z. Okay, and epsilon gamma xy will be curl ux by curl y plus curl uy by curl x. Same way you can express gamma yz and gamma xz. We will do this shortly again, right? So you can see that these quantities exx, EYY, etc. we have represented in terms of strain. ठीक है, इसको हमने strain कह दिया है. So you can rewrite this expression as, sorry, you can rewrite this expression as 2 epsilon x delta x square plus 2 epsilon yy delta y square plus and so on. ठीक है. Now our next part is again वहां पर एक derivation है, linear strain at a point P in the direction PQ. This is something in which we are interested. हम चाहते हैं कि किसी भी बॉडी में किसी पर्टिकुलर पॉइंट पर हमें स्ट्रेन पता करना है, बट वी नो द स्ट्रेन एट ए पॉइंट इनिशियली. ठीक है, किसी भी एक रेफरेंस पॉइंट पर हमें डिस्प्लेसमेंट पता है. ओके, उस डिस्प्लेसमेंट से हमें क्या मिल जाता है? डिस्प्लेसमेंट इन द नेबरहुड ऑफ द पॉइंट मिलता है. And then we can get the using previous expression, we can get the strain in the linear element. ठीक है, अब हमें चाहिए कि linear strain at a particular point as well as in a particular direction. ठीक है, जिसकी डायरेक्शन कोसाइंस हो सकता है कि मुझे पता हो. Let us say these direction cosines are nx, ny and nz. इसकी एक डेरिवेशन है. Do I have included the derivation in the slides? लेकिन I will not follow on to that, or you may skip that part. लेकिन जो result है वो ज़्यादा जरूरी है अभी. ठीक है, but I have included this derivation here. तो ये जो पिछली derivation है उसी से ही हम relate करेंगे इसको, that taking the difference between these two, so we can write the expression as it is, and this delta s prime minus delta s can be rearranged in this manner, and you know that delta s can be as we are strain in the PQ direction, we can call it as delta s prime minus delta s by delta s. Okay, तो इसको हम इसी arrangement से हम we can find out what is EPQ, and EPQ is nothing but strain in the PQ direction, strain in the PQ direction at point P. So this is something which we need to recall or remember. So this will give us the strain at point P in the direction PQ, so which is given by a very easy expression, epsilon xx nx square plus epsilon yy ny square plus epsilon zz nz square plus epsilon xy nx ny plus epsilon yz ny nz plus epsilon xz nx nz. जहां पर ये हो सकता है कि मैंने एप्सिलॉन xy टर्म यूज की है या गामा xy टर्म यूज की है, both are equal. Okay, please see that both of them are equal. So this expression is something like where nx and ny are direction cosines of the line PQ, because we not strain at point P in the direction PQ whose direction cosines are nx, ny and z. Okay, मैं इसको थोड़ा सा समराइज करता हूं अगली स्लाइड में, एक दो न्यूमेरिकल करते हैं, then we will take the doubt from this. Okay. So
सर
yes,
सर डेल्टा एस पी और क्यू के कोऑर्डिनेट्स का डिफरेंस है ना?
delta s is pure coordinates का डिफरेंस है, राइट?
थैंक यू सर.
Delta s is delta x square plus delta y square plus delta z square under the root. यहां से आप देख सकते हो, it is अगर हमें p प्राइम q प्राइम निकालना है तो ये q प्राइम माइनस p प्राइम के कोऑर्डिनेट्स होंगे, यानी डेल्टा s प्राइम इज q प्राइम कोऑर्डिनेट्स माइनस p प्राइम कोऑर्डिनेट्स, and obviously square root of that. Same way delta s is nothing but q minus p. Okay, we know the vector terms. Okay, what is important here to recall? सबसे पहले कि strain components linear होने चाहिए, ये हमें याद रखने हैं. So I have written here, but again I will put it here. Epsilon xx is equal to curl ux by curl x. This is nothing but strain in the x direction. आप solid structure में क्या करते थे? Strain को सीधा हम लिखते हैं डेल्टा एल बाय एल, क्योंकि वहां पर हम एक ही डायरेक्शन की जनरली बात कर रहे होते हैं. तो चेंज इन लेंथ इन एक्स डायरेक्शन इज डेल्टा एल एंड ओवरऑल लेंथ इन एक्स डायरेक्शन इज एल, लॉन्गिट्यूडनल डायरेक्शन. तो हम सिर्फ इसी से रिलेट कर देते हैं. या अगर विड्थ की भी बात कर रहे हैं तो हम ये कह देंगे कि डेल्टा डी बाय डी. ओके, लेट अस से डायमीटर स्ट्रेन की बात कर रहे हैं, चेंज इन डायमीटर की बात कर रहे हैं, राइट. So that is your epsilon v. Epsilon v is equal to curl uy by curl y. Okay, and epsilon zz is equal to curl uz by curl z. क्योंकि हम डिफॉर्मेबल बॉडीज की बात कर रहे हैं, तो ये जो स्ट्रेन थी सॉलिड स्ट्रक्चर में, ये हो सकता है कि थोड़ी लार्ज स्ट्रेन्स हो, काफी ज्यादा चेंज हो गई. बट अगर मान लो कोई बॉडी है और आप किसी पॉइंट की बात कर रहे हो, तो दीज स्ट्रेन्स आर इनफाइनाइटेसिमल, वेरी स्मॉल. ठीक है, बहुत स्मॉल मैग्नीट्यूड होगा इनका. बट दैट डज नॉट मीन दैट वी कैन इग्नोर देम. दैट मे मीन दैट वी कैन इग्नोर देयर हायर ऑर्डर कोएफिशिएंट्स. ठीक है, इसके स्क्वायर को मैं इग्नोर कर सकता हूं, बट इसको नहीं इग्नोर कर सकता. सेम वे वी हैव दीज थ्री नॉर्मल स्ट्रेसेस and these three shear stresses gamma xy. Gamma xy को रिकॉल करने का अच्छा सा ढंग है gamma ux, sorry, curl ux by curl y plus curl uy by curl x and curl gamma yz is equal to curl uy by curl z plus curl uz by curl y. Gamma xz is equal to curl ux by curl z plus curl uz by curl x. So you can see that these are the 6 strains. Obviously gamma yx भी हो सकता है, which will be equal to gamma xy. Gamma zy भी हो सकता है, which is equal to gamma yz. Gamma zx भी हो सकता है, which is equal to gamma xz. Now you can please relate it with the previous chapter, that is analysis of stress. वहां पर अगर हम देखें तो हमारे पास 6 स्ट्रेसेस थी. ठीक है, 3 नॉर्मल और 3 shear. So since we have 6 stresses, we must have 6 corresponding strains. So these are the 6 corresponding strains which are in front of you now. और ये सारी की सारी स्ट्रेन्स जो हैं ये डिफॉर्मेशन से रिलेटेड होनी चाहिए. सो देयरफॉर ऑन द लेफ्ट हैंड साइड यू कैन सी दैट द डिफॉर्मेशंस आर देयर, ऑल 3 डिफॉर्मेशंस. ठीक है, ux, uy, uz. यानी कि प्लीज ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड दिस वेरी केयरफुली. प्रॉब्लम सिर्फ इतनी सी है, अगर आपको पता चल जाए कि ux, uy और uz क्या है, तो क्या आप स्ट्रेन्स निकाल पाएंगे? If you know that what is ux, uy, uz, that means the deformations at any point in all 3 directions. So I will plug in the right hand side and get the all left hand side, that is all 6 strains. ठीक है, और जैसे ही मुझे 6 strain मिल जाएंगी, किसी ना किसी तरह हमें 6 stresses मिल जाएंगी. We will see that part in the next chapter. ठीक है, कि how the strains are related to stresses. But we know that they are related, let us say by Hooke's law. ठीक है, तो पूरे स्ट्रक्चरल एनालिसिस की, मैकेनिकल एनालिसिस की जो जीस्ट है वो इन्हीं 3-4 सेट ऑफ इक्वेशंस में है कि अगर हमें डिस्प्लेसमेंट मिल जाती है वी कैन गेट द स्ट्रेन्स, अगर हमें स्ट्रेन्स मिल जाते हैं वी कैन गेट द स्ट्रेसेस, और वाइस वर्सा. ठीक है, अब मैं थोड़ा सा हमारी टॉपिक से बियॉन्ड जाता हूं कि हमें डिस्प्लेसमेंट या स्ट्रेसेस मिलते कैसे. जब मैं और वाइस वर्सा कह रहा हूं इसका मतलब क्या है? हो सकता है कि मैं स्ट्रेसेस पता हूं, ठीक है। और जैसे ही अगर हमें स्ट्रेसेस पता है तो हम स्ट्रेन निकाल लेंगे, स्ट्रेन पता है तो डिस्प्लेसमेंट निकाल लेंगे। मतलब सारी की सारी चीजें हमारे पास एक सिस्टम की नोन है, ठीक है। दिस इज द रियल एनालिसिस यू कैन से इन टर्म्स ऑफ मैकेनिकल और स्ट्रक्चरल एनालिसिस, ठीक है। अब आप कहेंगे कि डिस्प्लेसमेंट मुझे कहां से मिल रही है या स्ट्रेस कहां से मिल रही है। दैट इज स्लाइटली बियॉन्ड अवर डिस्कशन ऑफ टुडेज टॉक, लेकिन दैट विल टेक ओनली 2 मिनट्स। एक्सपेरिमेंटली स्ट्रेन ये चीज होती है हमारे पास, ओके। जैसे आप बीम का डिफ्लेक्शन टेस्ट कर लेते हैं और किसी पॉइंट की डिफ्लेक्शन आप निकाल सकते हो, ओके। इसी तरह से ही कुछ कुछ एक्सटेंशियोमीटर्स या कुछ स्ट्रेन गेजेस लगा करके वी कैन डिटरमाइन द डिफॉर्मेशन ऑफ ए पॉइंट, ठीक है। डिफॉर्मेशन ऑफ पॉइंट से हमें डिफॉर्मेशन मिल जाएगा। डिफॉर्मेशन ऑफ लाइन एलिमेंट को हम स्ट्रेन में एक्सप्रेस कर पाएंगे, एंड वंस वी आर एबल टू एक्सप्रेस दिस इन स्ट्रेन we can get the displacement or we can get the stresses, ठीक है। तो इस तरह से कंप्लीट हमारा एनालिसिस सॉल्व हो सकता है, ओके। सो कमिंग बैक, so once we have these 6, we can definitely arrange them in a matrix order, okay। or please pay attention, I am writing here epsilon ij, ठीक है। यहां पर इसको हम कह देते हैं स्ट्रेन कंपोनेंट्स। Please do not call this as strain tensor. हम जब इसको स्ट्रेस में लिखते थे तो हम उसको स्ट्रेस कंपोनेंट्स भी कह देते थे और स्ट्रेस टेंसर भी कह देते थे, राइट। बट हियर व्हेन इट इज रिटन एज एप्सिलॉन xx गामा xy गामा xz गामा xy एप्सिलॉन yy गामा yz गामा xz गामा xyz एप्सिलॉन zz, this will be termed as strain components at a point, you can say at a point, okay। it is not called strain tensor, we will see this part later, ठीक है। और strain tensor हम किसको कहते हैं वो बाद में देखेंगे, right। where epsilon xx epsilon yy epsilon zz are called normal strains, gamma xy gamma yz gamma zx are called shear strains, है ना। लेकिन shear के साथ मैं एक वर्ड यहां पर जोड़ रहा हूं, these are called engineering shear strains. It's very important to use this word, engineering shear strains, sorry, ठीक है। These are the engineering shear strains. Obviously there is no difference in the definition so far, ठीक है। shear strains ही हैं which are mathematically equivalent to like gamma xy is equal to gamma ux, sorry, curl ux by curl y plus curl uy by curl x, gamma yz is equal to curl uy by curl z plus curl uz by curl y, and gamma xz is equal to curl ux by curl z plus curl uz by curl x, okay। So before proceeding further, let us have a simple numericals on this, very simple numericals, ठीक है। मान लो कि डिस्प्लेसमेंट फील्ड दिया हुआ है एक बॉडी का, तो इफ द डिस्प्लेसमेंट फील्ड इज नोन टू मी, दैट मींस u is equal to uxi plus uyj plus uzk, this is known to me, right। that means ux is equal to 3x square y plus y square, uy is equal to 3yz plus xy, and uz is equal to 4xz square plus 5xy square, okay। So one can easily evaluate, ux, uy, uz from the not evaluate, right, from the given displacement field, and one can evaluate its derivative, okay। For example, what is epsilon xx? So epsilon xx is nothing but curl ux by curl x. So ux is 3x square y. When I get its derivative, it is simply 6xy. I'll plug in the value at point, because we have to get the strains at point 2 minus 1 3. So 6 into 2 into minus 1, I get it as minus 12. So you can see this is the answer here. Okay, so you can see that minus 12. Let us get any shear strain. Let us say gamma yz. Gamma yz is nothing but curl uy by curl z plus curl uz by curl y. Okay, so curl uy is nothing but 3yz plus xy. So अगर मैं इसका derivative with respect to लूं, with respect to z, that means it is 3y plus derivative of uz with respect to y will be equal to 10xy. Okay, so that will be equal to 3 into minus 1 plus 10 into 2 into minus 1. That will make it as minus 23. Okay, so same way you can get the strain components अगर हमें displacement component दिया हुआ है तो. Okay, other strain components as well. Right? There is one quick numerical again here. The strain components at strain matrix is given. This is strain matrix or strain components are given. You have to get the strain component in the direction this. So I know that the formula which we have derived is epsilon PQ is equal to epsilon XX NX square plus epsilon YY NY square. Or I think I've written here. Okay, we have written here. So NY square plus so on. ठीक है, तो ये फार्मूला है. We will plug in the values of xx, which is now we can get all the strain values from the given matrix. Epsilon xx is 4, epsilon yy is 8, epsilon zz is 24, epsilon xy or gamma xy is again 4, epsilon yz is 1, and epsilon xz is 2. So once you plug in these values, you get your answer as 17.76. Okay. So I think we will stop it here. Next part में हम थोड़ा सा volumetric strain देखेंगे, and then we will move to principal strain. Okay. जो चीजें हमारे को principal stress में पता है, वो चीजें हमें principal strain में भी पता होनी चाहिए, right? But before that, please see that how we can write the strains in a matrix form, that is strain matrix or strain components, not as a strain tensor. Okay, and we have defined a term engineering shear strain. Okay, that is gamma xy, gammas को हमने लिखा है engineering shear strain. So please tell me if you have any specific doubt so far. You may unmute yourself and can ask for the doubts if you have any.